Hello.
Hello, Matt.
I'm not sure. I think this one might have been canceled. I saw some sort of email come through, but
Oh, okay. This was forwarded to me, so I'm not on
ah,
the I'm not on the originals, I don't think.
yeah, I had to grab it off of OCP. So I was just gonna see if anybody else joined. So
Just
I
a
should.
guy who's never been to this meeting before.
Me neither. Me
Okay.
neither. No. Yeah.
All right. Well,
I was just gonna give it give it the college timeout, the 5 to 15 minutes.
there you go. There you go. What group are you with?
I'm with Vertiv.
You're with Vertiv. Okay. I'm with Victaulic.
Okay. I've heard the name and it's dry, like my brain is not processing it.
It would
Where you,
be we would be relative to the context of this discussion, we would be used in the piping systems in data centers. We make joining solutions.
okay. Yeah. So one of the guys I work with on and off very heavily, his name is John Minoche.
Okay.
Um, he's actually been designing a lot of systems using that kind of piping. So
Okay.
yeah.
Are we in the right meeting, fellas?
We are, and I think it got rescheduled for the 28th,
Okay.
but I was giving it the the college 5 to 15 minutes, and
Yeah.
if the leader doesn't show up, we go on with our day. So
Yeah. Best citizens show up. We're out.
yeah,
Okay. All right. I'll give it the old college try. We're
yep.
in the middle of raising.
Have you been on this? Have you been on this call before?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a
Okay,
regular caller.
okay. This is me and Aiden's first time, so
Okay. Well, this is not how it usually is. It's usually a pretty tight, high tight. But yeah. I actually have so much going on right now, so I didn't even see any reschedule or anything coming in. So it's all good. Well, it's good to meet you, fellas. I see Vertiv. Matt, you're from Vertiv. I'm
yep,
assuming Aiden is a colleague there.
No,
nope.
no, I'm actually from Victaulic.
Okay, cool.
This was forwarded to me because of my role here. So I don't know if you've worked with Don Mitchell is our I believe our representative here.
Okay, I've not worked with them. I've kind of got my own um, consulting firm, but we're trying to build out a product right now, and we're doing a lot of IR stuff. So
Mm,
this is you know, daylight's burning right now.
yep. Who are you with, Logan?
I've got my own company and another business partner.
Okay,
Um, it's AD Carbon Data. We've been
okay.
working a lot with municipalities at the state, like local state level, here in Florida, as well as a couple other jurisdictions,
Okay.
trying to figure out how to tie in data centers into communities with the existing infrastructure.
Mm,
Reuse,
okay.
yeah, a bunch of different stuff. Yeah, I work pretty closely with Duke Energy down here in St. Petersburg,
Oh,
Pinellas County,
Okay.
um, and then a couple other, key organizations here. I'm in Tampa, Florida.
Okay.
What do you
Okay.
guys do? What do you do with Vertiv, Matt?
Um, I am a product manager. I put on my camera. This is
Yeah,
my where I would usually sit if I wasn't at home.
yeah.
Um,
I know
I'm in
this is a
it.
problem. I've told my wife, I'm like, this can't happen right here.
Well,
What
I
do you guys
have
do?
our dogs are downstairs right now.
I,
If something happened, they'd start barking. So, um,
What's up,
no,
Aiden?
so product manager, and then also I help with, oh man, strategic processes and thoughts. So, but I do environmental sensors,
Ah,
including leak detection and refrigerant leak detection, liquid leak detection. So a lot
okay.
of the AI stuff that's coming, I'm right in the smack middle of it. But I just started helping Dan Rapp, who is our global director for ESG,
Okay.
with sustainability stuff. And I have some bandwidth. He doesn't have much. So Vertiv's really trying to accelerate their sustainability efforts, or at least publicize them in some cases, because we've done stuff and we just never do a new press release. So
He's saying it. I'm not saying
yeah,
much.
yeah. So what
But yeah,
you said is very interesting, because that's probably some of the stuff we'll, once we get our feet under us, because we're starting a small little quote unquote club with Vertiv of people
yeah.
who want to do it and have a little bit of time to contribute to it. So, uh,
Well, it's taken a tremendous, tremendous amount of effort to not only get plugged into those, but to have serious conversations.
yeah.
You know, there's so much existing infrastructure, and every time, they go like this, like you're responsible. Duke
Mm-hmm.
Energy is like, well, you're responsible for it, and
Mm-hmm.
City of St. Pete's like, no, 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 that's you guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the data
Yeah.
center is like, well, we don't want it either. So.
That's
Right?
going to change very
Who
rapidly.
fixes transmission
So,
lines? Like if it's, if there's agreements attached to uptime, right, and
mhm.
legalities in there, like, well, who pays the penalty to, the
Right,
big companies once they come knocking and they're like, well, we were down, and it says right here in
right.
Article 136A that you
Hmm.
guys owe us $50,000. So who
Right.
owns that, right? So
Yep.
yeah, it's been extremely complex, but man, I am apparently I'm a glutton for that type of punishment. So, and I like to tell people that I've got a little bit longer runway than most, so I can wait it out.
It's
Yeah,
coming. Aiden, I'll let you jump in.
yeah. What's up, man?
So Vitalik, so yeah, I think our role in this is, we make pipe joining systems, and there's a lot of on the cooling side, a lot of it's amazing. We operate foundries, right? So we melt metal.
Oh, sure, yeah,
And I
yeah.
look at I'm the director of sustainability here. So I was invited by one of our sales team members. So it was just more of a, you might want to, might provide some interest into what's going on in the space. But yeah, we melt metal, and the amount of energy that a data center uses just blows my mind away. It's
Hmm.
just amazing
Yeah,
to me.
yeah.
We're not a small consumer, and data centers are far bigger, far 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 bigger. So anyway, a lot of water cooling aspects, and that's our role in this is participating in that space.
Okay. Well, we,
Nice.
we might have some things to talk about, but
Uh,
one of the cooler things that I get to do is I get there's a local farm. They're actually pretty big here, but they have a brewery on site, and they set right. So I said, well, if I park a small modular right data center outside of your brewery, if I can give you the temperature at like 75 C, because we're using immersion cooling, which
Mm-hmm.
you're very familiar with.
mhm, mhm.
If I can give it to you and you don't have to heat your water up, but wouldn't that save you some money? And my buddy Keel, he was like, "Well, yeah, that would be great. Let's talk about that." So we've been talking about that for a couple months, but he's busy. I'm busy. You know how it goes. But I,
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
I would love to have the first whiskey or bourbon made from a data center. That's my
Mhm.
overarching goal. And interestingly, it's not too hard to get people to buy into that. So
yeah.
That idea has been floating around for a bit.
I
We tried
know,
to
I
do
know.
that when I was in Fort Collins, Colorado,
Oh
which
yeah, yeah.
has,
My brother just moved there.
yeah, highest amount of craft breweries per capita, not
Hmm.
total, but per capita in the
Oh,
United States. And our data center people there were like, "Well, how do I do this with a data center?" And they never caught on there. So
well, it
it's
it
coming.
wasn't really viable before I would argue, liquid cooling came along because
Mhm.
it wasn't at hot enough temperatures to really be used, right? Aiden, you probably get it working with the foundries. Like they
Yeah.
need extremely hot temperatures to do
Okay.
anything with. So
Yep.
I would argue it's been coming, but it hasn't been exactly useful yet. The amount of heat from a data center. I mean, right? Because air cooled before, I don't know, maybe like kind of hot, 80 degrees or so, but they need like 172, I think it is in a brewery. So there's a couple different lines along that process, but they need it hot. I could probably use a
Yeah.
foundry right next to a brewery, actually.
That'll be our
Um,
next business model too.
I see we had one more person join us, Nicole.
yeah, what's up, Nicole?
Hi, good morning. So I'm not sure if I'm in the right meeting. I'm trying to join the OCP Stated Sustainability, and I'm not really sure what meeting to join with my role, because I'm a technical observer right now. So yeah, I'm a controller
How
architect.
much how much do you get paid to be a technical observer? Because I might want to sign up for that.
Well, I do other things, but yeah, I'm interested in sustainability. So my company said, let's go ahead and do this. But it's there's a lot of groups, and it's just kind of trying to find the right group for the right person. The right person for the right group.
So, and I appreciate you sharing that. I have been with OCP for, it is kind of difficult. There's so many work streams. There's so many
Yes,
meetings.
I'm
I
part of the
mean,
storage.
okay, so you're with John Michael Hands,
Yeah,
right?
John
And
Michael Hans Shruti, and
yeah,
so
yeah.
I was told by the authorities up above to come to this meeting, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't know if this is right because I don't know. I'm waiting for John Michael Hans to join and Shruti, and
It it looks like it did get rescheduled for 2 weeks from now.
okay,
But
okay,
we're all just chit-chatting and getting to know each other. So
okay, cool. Well, my name's Nicole Ross. I work for Samsung. I'm a controller architect. So I'm designing controllers and SSDs for future generations, and my interests are heavily into sustainability.
mhm.
So I design the way I see things is we can start designing hardware to be optimized for power efficiency, because we can't get, I used to do client drives. In client, you can design hardware for low power, but you can't design data center hardware for low power. You have to do it for the lowest power with the most performance.
Hmm,
Yeah.
hmm.
So yeah, trying to get involved here,
Interesting.
trying to make a difference in the world.
Mhm.
Yeah, I constantly struggle with this, like, we've got to put good energy and time into this, but customers aren't quite like putting it in their RFPs and stuff yet. So I'm, anyway, it's a
Well, no,
lot of
I think
good.
there is a huge initiative within the data center customers because I'm data center, they're my customers.
Mhm.
So there are some pretty aggressive initiatives and goals. And yeah, I think that it's a great move towards where I see the world going because I this has been a passion of mine for mm, over decades.
Yeah, yeah. It just makes sense, right? It just makes sense.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we got another person joining, but guys, Nicole, thank you for sharing what you do, but it's going to be a party in here before we know it, and I
Yep.
have got to got to get back to some things. But pleasure meeting you all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll see you on the 28th.
See you on the 28th.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
Thanks all.
Everybody.
All right.
Thanks,
Thanks,
everybody.
everyone.
See you guys.
Bye.